My name is John Purcell. So how do you focus on being a Christian artist in a broken world? You can find more content on this topic as you follow the creation of the comic book My Walk at 3otters.blogspot.com. It's better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe buttons below. Music provided by bensound.com. So we're going to do another reaction video today. This one's also from 2009. This is the second one I've done. Just basically going through my archives and some of my files that I've saved over the years. Finding some old videos that I've put together. And I thought I would just give these a shot, just see what's on some of these and have a reaction to where I was at and maybe how I've grown since then. So let's jump into it. Some copyrighted music. And this was when I was in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This must be the intro to my video here. An opening music. It's a painting I did. Today I'm going to work on an abstract painting. Get this going. Maybe chat a little bit. See if it turns out or not. We'll see what happens. I'm going to do it in watercolor. I'm going to work on this thing right here. Man, my video is very choppy. Very blocky looking. Okay, first thing I'm going to do. Quality's so much better today. Throw some water down. Help bleed out the colors and make some cool shapes. See what happens. It's like a demonstration video where you can't really see what I'm doing. So one thing I've been thinking about a lot lately is kind of planning the future. Needing money, and that's something that I never really worried about before, never thought about, but with the economy being bad too, this is kind of a bad time to start thinking about it, thinking about the future and dreams, goals, living in the country, but I think it's something that I need to gear my thoughts towards. I think I strongly believe in what you want and need and where you put your thoughts, that's what materializes in your life. I'm a strong believer in that. And if I've never put much value on money in the past, probably why I've never received money in great quantities, because I really didn't put it in my thoughts and my needs. But now it's like I would really like to get some online stuff going for a business. So what I'm seeing so far in this video is I'm sharing a thought that because I never valued money in the past, I just haven't had it. It's what you focus on and what you value is what happens in your life. You make it real. But, yeah, this is interesting. It feels like the art that I'm working on, and I know the paintings from this time in my life, I wasn't too proud of, wasn't too happy with. I wasn't honing my craft or improving on anything. I was just, let's get an eBay store up. Let's just start throwing paintings on it and see who buys. And just me slopping paint around and wanting money. And I think that's just, it's not who I am. It wasn't who I was back then either. So I was just trying to figure out a way to survive on just my talent and my creativity and my passion, but the stuff that I was exploring, and as an artist, you have to explore, you have to try things. And I tried this, it didn't work. It wasn't what I wasn't me. So I'll get back to the video, see what else is. Have a good job right now, but I would like to do my own thing for myself. I was watching some Wayne Dyer on PBS the other night. Who, Wayne Dyer? And just what he talks about as far as, you know, putting your needs out there and your wants, making it real. And he said some interesting things about people who just feel bad for others and they don't ever get ahead in life because they feel so bad for the poor people or for the hungry, or, you know, how can I have when they don't? But a lot of what Wayne Dyer talked about was, and it doesn't matter how sick you become, you can never be sick enough to help that sick person. So I think that makes a lot of sense. I think by empowering yourself and doing what's best for you is really going to help others empower themselves. Okay, this is not what I was expecting to see or do, but you never know what you're going to uncover when it's stuff from years and years ago. This is 2009. It's now 2023 as I'm making this recording. Wayne Dyer. I wasn't even expecting to hear that name. I used to like the Deepak Chopra and the Wayne Dyer books and all of that stuff. And boy, I will say it loud and proud that I am a believer in Jesus Christ and the Bible is truth. And I'm not saying that in a hateful way towards anybody or anything. It's just those ideals that I'm trying to share in this video, I find silly now. I find that you can never be sick enough to help that sick person. Concerning wealth, that yes, we should have wealth because we can never make somebody else rich until we become rich. This is just, this whole thing feels materialistic to me, and it's not where I'm at anymore. I'm about the spiritual warfare that's going on and the souls that need to know about Jesus Christ. And that there's bigger things going on than what we can see. And the world had me focused on making money, putting up artwork I wasn't enjoying and I wasn't into, and it didn't mean any. There was no. I was making colors and having fun playing, but it didn't have any depth to it. What was the meaning behind these pieces I was creating? What were the feelings it was supposed to invoke, or the thoughts? Nothing. I just wanted some money, so I threw paint around on a piece of paper and talked about Wayne Dyer. Wow, this is interesting to hear your younger self. That's something we don't think about. We grow over the years. We change over the years. We develop and mature, hopefully. And as the years go by, when we become a better person, we always think, like with the way kids act, oh, I never acted like that when I was a kid. Yeah, we did. And it's hard to think about the mentality I was in 2009 because I've grown past it. And now it's hard for me to it's shocking to see, oh, this is where my thoughts were at this time. But let's get back to the video. Through kindness and through being good to yourself, being good to others, by shining your light, you're allowing them to shine theirs. I thought that was a very powerful thing. Yeah, that's okay. Shine your light so they can shine theirs. Shine Jesus' light so they can know about him. Well, I haven't watched this.
So now I'm just racking my brain trying to figure out, okay, in this bad economy, what could I do to make money, to make more than just enough money to get by, to make money that I can plan my future with, something that I enjoy and love and is easy to do and people want it.
You have to develop your craft and your skills.
Out there of me needing a stable future in a stable environment. You know, I like living in the city. I've lived in Denver, I've lived in Minneapolis, and that's all good, but I really long to be back into the country life and do my own thing. So how do I get there? So I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about this painting. This one I am going to donate to the Whole Planet Foundation for a silent auction at Whole Foods Market. It's where I work, and I feel it's going to a good cause. And what the Whole Foods Market's Whole Planet Foundation does is it donates micro loans to impoverished poor women in third world countries to help them start their businesses and to get out of poverty. And so I think it's a really good cause. I think the more we can help, whether it's at home or abroad, it doesn't matter, just as long as we keep giving. So that's what this painting's about.
That painting never sold.
And this painting is an acrylic painting, and basically it started off with an idea not based from work or the idea of donating it to the silent auction, but more coming from my background being from Libby, Montana, and some of the issues and problems that they're dealing with.
The asbestos in the mines.
And so what's going on in Libby is a company owned a mine in Libby, Montana. They were mining vermiculite, which is used in insulation, and it was laced with asbestos. And the company knew years ago that this was a harmful product and it was harming the workers. Not only the workers, they were taking it home on their clothing and exposing their families. So it polluted most of Libby, Montana with this asbestos. And a lot of people have lung problems now. So I was making a statement with this painting about my hometown. And then it just sort of fit into Whole Foods Market and their causes and their beliefs and giving back to the community and to the environment.
Interesting. I probably wouldn't do a painting like that anymore. Kind of villainizes the people on the planet and tries to nurture and help the earth, almost in a making an idol out of the earth,
Right,
worshiping the earth.
Some color down. Just abstract watercolor. Maybe I'll make it a multimedia or adding some black ink.
Don't get me wrong, this was fun stuff,
Maybe
and it
I'll
was
add some
some of it
acrylic
was
too
cool,
once this dries.
but it's just not the direction.
I think that'll really add some depth to it. Maybe I'll paint in some areas.
But maybe some of this playfulness that goes into this is still showing up in my work. So maybe some of this is valid. It was part of the journey to get where I'm at now. But as far as doing environmental paintings about the poor earth, and don't get me wrong, I don't think we should abuse anything. We shouldn't abuse our animals. We shouldn't abuse our planet. We shouldn't abuse each other. Um, God made things for us to enjoy and love and care for. And so, but I think I would like to do more paintings glorifying Christ. And if I wanted to make a social statement, maybe towards loving others. And even the Ten Commandments, they're broken down into two sections where it's all about how you treat God in the half of the Ten Commandments, and the other half is how you treat others. And so, yeah, I don't think I would do another environmental piece like that, but this is interesting to watch because this watercolor painting, I was starting to say at the beginning of this video as I'm commentating on it, is that this was stuff that was just slapping color around and it wasn't meaningful, but maybe it's the foundation of something that I'm doing now with my sketchbooks and my comic books. So it started somewhere.
Black. Give it some texture, some depth.
And some black ink in it with the watercolor and then the black ink on top.
And then I'm going to let this dry and I'll try something else also. See what happens.
Interesting.
And I'm going to add some acrylic paint to this also.
The acrylic on top of the watercolor and the ink.
Just to make the white really stand out. And
I was
after
playing.
I get this done, I'm going to let this one dry. So give it some more texture and depth. And let it dry, and then I'm going to put some tape across the painting. So right now I'm just going to fill in my white. Just in a few spots here. Some acrylic. Just like so.
This is so weird to watch this.
I don't want to overkill the acrylic. I don't want too much on here. But I do want to make it a part of the painting too. There we go. I'll let this dry now. And we'll move on to the next stage in a moment. Or in an hour or so. Now that this has dried a bit, I'm going to finish this painting up. I pulled all of the masking tape off around the edges.
I think I was trying to create a show like The Joy of Painting.
I'm going to throw
Talk it through.
some tape in some various spots. And what I want to do is put one more color down. I want to put blue. I don't have any blue. A lot of this is warmer colors. I thought it would be interesting to throw some blue in here. And then
I think what's interesting about this too is I had this thought that I'm producing all this work that I want to put up and market and have finished products with this comic book series I'm working on. And it may appear as I'm 53 years old in 2023 that this huge body of work, if I ever get it done, if I do this, like not like anything I've done in the past where I just talk it up and they're big ideas that I'm promoting ideas, if I actually do a finished product and put out all of these issues, I come up with 20 some issues of this comic book already. I've got ideas for it. I've mapped out. If I can sit down and do the work and put this stuff out, people looking at the videos I'm making for the making of the comic book and all of the sketching and stuff that I'm doing, it might appear that all of a sudden this 53-year-old just dumped all of this art out of nowhere. But I kind of want people to know, especially artists, if you're getting inspired by anything that I've been doing, that this has been going on since the 80s, 1980s. I've just been working on stuff and drawing and throwing it away or putting it aside, writing poems that never went anywhere. Like everything is just these comics that I'm doing now is this huge outpouring of all the things from my past that I experimented with and tried, and this worked and that didn't work, and it was through all of the experience that I'm able to do this work now. So a lot of this playful stuff, like I'm watching this video and it looks kind of lame what I'm painting and stuff. It's building blocks, like your sketchbook. You get a sketchbook and you start drawing in it, and a bad drawing after another. I mean, you have to do 1,000 bad drawings before you start to get the good ones. And so just keep doing it. Even I was kind of frowning down upon this work that I documented in a video, a really sketchy, blocky video. Some old footage. This was on videotape. It wasn't digital. And it hasn't aged well. But looking at it, it's valid. It's a building block. I had to start somewhere and build up to where I'm at.
I'm finished. I want to do some things with tape. I'm just going to throw this down so I can put the blue around in certain areas, pull the tape up, and it's going to leave some nice backgrounds behind the blue, some of the background colors. And we'll throw this tape here. While the painting was drying, I washed off my paintbrushes.
I have to admit, watching this makes me want to do this stuff, even though I was just making fun of it.
Some blue there, some blue here, and some blue here. Some acrylic. And here goes the finishing touches of my painting. A little blue in.
Yeah. So I put the tape down on each side so that I put the paint between, and then when you pull the tape up, there's this nice straight line for where you paint.
Strokes over here. Strokes. And then we'll just pull up the tape and we're done. We'll let it dry. Just like so.
I wonder if I can find that piece. It's probably buried somewhere. I'll have to put maybe some pictures up of the actual piece. It's very colorful.
And then here goes the last piece.
Ah, that's right. I did it in the middle of it.
And there we go.
Interesting. And this video doesn't do it justice, but that was a beginning. It's a beginning. I'm learning, playing. I think it's important as an artist to do this, to experiment and to try to do better. Well, that was a reaction video. I think I have already said enough throughout the video about it. I thought very cringeworthy at first, and then I start to see how valid this is. It's best to do a bunch of work you don't like and keep working on it than to not do it at all. Thanks for watching. I enjoyed this. This was a shocking and eye-opening and entertaining, and it took me down memory lane, and yeah. Have a good day.